Okay, you guys, my name's Kelly Hoover. I know a lot of people are catching this on the replay. And Amber Wiseman and I are going to sort of tag team this. Amber, I am going to make you a co-host just in case you want to have the opportunity to share your screen. I'm going to share my screen as well. So you guys, today we're going to be learning about Canva. Okay, we're going to be talking and walking through some things, but those of you on live, this is a workshop, so you can follow along on your own Canva and like create it. I know I find like when I'm actually doing things, or you can watch the recording back and sort of walk through it. I'm going to walk through and just sort of generalized point out some things to pay attention to on Canva when I share my screen. Amber, if you will, like, as I'm talking, make notes and maybe the things that you know about I don't talk about or things I miss, maybe then you can take the opportunity and highlight those. And then I'm actually, if Amber, if we have time, maybe we both can go and actually create a graphic for you guys. I know one of the things that people wanted to know how to do was how to take Lavelle's graphics that they give us, but make them your own. So I will show you guys how to do that because I recently in the last 3 months taught myself how to do that. And then Amber, maybe you can show how to like do a story or something along those lines and use them. So, all right, so let me share my screen and get you guys sort of walking through the basics. Now, if y'all have questions as we're going through this, y'all seriously drop them in the chat. Can you guys see my screen? Yes, the Canva part. Perfect. Okay. I have other things pulled up on other screens just to make sure that was what y'all could see. Okay. So pulling into Canva, Ashley asked a great question in our chat was, are we going to be discussing paid for Canva or free Canva? I'm going to go through both. Canva, there's so much you can do. You don't need to pay for it. I mean, it is a world like for free. Okay. I specifically do pay, I think it's like $6 a month, maybe $7 a month. I pay for the extra because there were some features that I wanted to be able to do that I couldn't. Okay. So it is a business expense. I think I pay monthly, or maybe I did a yearly thing and it comes out monthly. I don't know, but it's a very, as much as I use it, it is, very much worth it. Okay. So basically when you go into Canva, I will be very transparent. Amber uses hers on her phone all the time. I never use the phone. I find it very difficult to work at from a phone. So Amber will probably be able to highlight some of those features. I am showing you a desktop right now, and that's where I create all my images. Okay. So I don't know. I just don't know how to do it from a phone. To me, it's easier here. So oftentimes to make it efficient as you're learning, if you really want to do and learn this, I would block off 30 minutes or an hour a week, or if you have more time, block off 2 hours a week and just dive into Canva, like spend time doing it. I will oftentimes like put all my Canva graphics together, and one time a week I'll just go and create things, or every other week I'll go and create things, but I'll have like 7 things I'm creating, because once you get in, you sort of like start working with it and it makes it easier. So before I dive into some of these things, Amber, do you want to add anything just to like talk about in general how you use it and any sort of tips you have before we start talking about the features?
Yeah, so I do everything. I've never even actually opened Canva on my computer ever. This is the first time I've ever seen it on a screen. I do it all on my phone just because that's where I learned it, like in the nooks and crannies of when I had time to play with it. And I just find it easy because when I create it there, I can save it there. So it's super shareable for me directly from my phone onto social media. I do pay for it. I think it is like $6, maybe something like that a month. But for me, it's worth it because I spend a lot of time creating content in here. And that's where you get some of those extra features, like removing a background from a picture when you want to like do the cutout. There are some pretty cool features, but if you rarely use it, I know I'll volunteer myself for this. You can always send me whatever you're trying to cut out and I can do it for you in 2 seconds and send it back to you. If it's, not something you spend a great deal of time in, there are ways to kind of scoot around that. But you can't mess it up, like play with it. It's not like it's going to post without you telling it to post, right? So just get in there, make mistakes. You're going to make a million mistakes. I have, but you know what? You just hit the back button or hit delete and you can fix it and change it and do whatever you want to do with it. So it is a super valuable tool. Just get comfortable with it and just spend some time in there.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to walk you guys through just what like the basic looks like, and then we'll jump into an actual project, and then I'm going to give Amber some time to hit on some things and as well. So this is looking at the desktop view. So basically, can you guys see my mouse when I'm moving it? You can. Okay. All right. So up here you have your home, which is where everything you can see here, all the things I've personally created or have been shared with me. Okay. So that's where home is going to be. Now here, honestly, is like an easy spot. Templates. Okay. Canva has made all these beautiful things for you. Okay. And a lot of them are free. So you have the opportunity to go here and like, let's just say I use a lot for Instagram stories. If you want to do Instagram posts, I'm just going to click on one to show you the opportunities. Instagram stories, you click there, and hopefully sometimes when you're sharing on Zoom, it's like slower. So we'll just have to wait, but look at all of these things. And you have all of these, things up here that bingo, get to know me, highlight covers that you can do. But I mean, look at all of these, and you go in, you can choose one, which we'll do in a minute, and then you customize it to your colors, to your brand. But I mean, you don't need to be a graphic designer. It's all here, right? So I love that because Canva really takes like it very simple. So you can go into templates, and you guys, there is honestly anything in here. I mean, I was like, oh, YouTube covers, great. Who knew that you could create YouTube covers? So you can go in and make simple things like that. You can make presentations, so many different things. So here is features. Honestly, I don't use this a ton. And then you can learn, and there is a lot of like, ways that you can go and you can actually learn Canva here. Like I said, I just am trial and error, and I just will say like, hey, teach me how to do that. Or how did you do that? And somebody will tell me, or I'll just figure it out by playing around with it. Okay. So that's sort of the top. Over here on the left-hand side, you have all of your projects. You have templates, you have things that have been shared with you. So for example, this is a great one. So this is the presentation from Thrive Palooza. So there were 5 of us. We were all able, and you can see it scrolling through right now. We were all able to work on our presentations together, all sharing. When I changed it, it changed it on the other 4 ladies. So you can share with people. So if like I've ever made a graphic for you and you use Canva, you can always ask, hey, can you share that with me? Because then you can go and change it. You can copy it. You can do whatever you want with it. So those are things shared. And then that's the trash. Obviously, you don't like things, you can throw it in there. But this is also other things down here. If you ever purchase something, and you really don't ever need to, but if you did, this is where it would be. So like I have something I purchased a while ago, and these are like the master templates. And so it's like something I purchased from somebody and they delivered it to me in Canva. Okay. Let me see. You always start with a template. Oh, okay. That's good. I didn't even know you did that. So, all right. So we're going to jump into an actual project, and I'm going to just show you guys, and then I'm going to toss it over to Amber and sort of have her show you. So this is an actual project that I did. And one of the questions was, how do we get Lavelle's graphics? Am I delayed for y'all? A little bit. Okay. I got to try to figure out how to, let me see if I can close down anything else on my computer. I don't have a lot open. I pretty much closed everything down, but all right. Is that any better? About the same? Okay. Well, we're just going to roll with it because unfortunately, Canva, when you have Canva and Zoom open at the same time, it just sometimes runs slow. But all right. So basically what happens is I created this. This is an Instagram story. Okay, you guys, that I shared. I share on my Instagram things, but all of these graphics, they came from E60 website. Okay. And so what I love so much about this, I'm actually going to attempt to show you actually how to do it. Let's see if I can. Are you admitting? Thank you, Amber. Okay, I'm going to see if I can show you actually how to do this. If not, I'm going to walk you through it. Okay, so here we are on my personal website. Okay, let's just say a new product comes out, or you're like, oh my gosh, I want to make something, a graphic about this, right? Here's the thing. Lavelle gives us so many great marketing things, but you are your own brand. Why should people thrive with you and not thrive with someone else? Like, create your own brand around it. And you can make it look really professional by utilizing the things they've already given us. So this is the website. You can do this for anything. Okay. So I will actually like take this, and you see, you can like save this image. Okay. So I'm just clicking on the 60-day. I'm right clicking on the 60-day. And so I just say save image as. And then I'll go in and I'll actually like save it. Okay. Another way that you can do it is, okay, let me see. I'm going to try to get fancy really quick. Hold on. See if I can do this, if it'll show you this. Hold on. Can you guys see a split screen?
Yes.
Yay. Okay. Whew, we're getting fancy up in here. Okay. So let's see if this will work. So what you can do is you can click on this and you can actually copy the image, and then it may not actually show it to you guys because it's moving super slow because of being on Zoom, but you can go over here into the uploads and you can literally just drag the image straight into your Canva upload. Okay. You don't even have to like necessarily save it. Okay. You see where I've already done that. Okay. So now what I'm in right now is I am inside the 60-day Instagram story challenge. Okay. And you see all the images here. These are things I have personally uploaded. So you see photos of team, photos of me, photos of what I was using to actually create this story. All right. So all of these images here, they are literally taken from this website. Okay. So play around with it. You can save it to your computer, save it to your phone, and then upload it, or you can drag it over depending on like what kind of software you have. I know I can do that on mine. I can just literally click on it and drag the image over. Does that make sense? Everybody with me? Sort of, kind of. Okay, you may have to play around with it, but this is exactly how I do it. Okay, so here is what I do. I will say, okay, this E60 challenge came out. This is my website on the right-hand side. All I did was I did exactly what Lavelle said. Okay, I'm staying compliant. I'm giving the same message that Lavelle is giving. And so you see here, it says, be a part of the challenge movement. What did I say? I said, be a part of the challenge movement. And I literally just took the exact same things and I put it over here. So you scroll on down the website, you scroll on down my page here. I took these things, you see, I slid them over and I just wrote exactly. I didn't put all of these things in there, but I took these graphics and just moved them over. And I just sort of like made what I thought looked good. But you highlight the graphic, you can actually like move it around. Okay, which I'll show you in a minute, but I wanted to show you just how you get this. So I just kept going down and I kept building. You know, I took some of what they said. This is their language, not my language. And so I just kept on going down through the website and literally created the story. Like, here are the packages. Well, here are the packages on the website. So a lot of times people, if they'll see a story like this, specifically, like people will inbox me and say like, oh my gosh, where'd you get all this good information from? I got it straight from the website. I'm not that creative, and I'm definitely not that smart to make all this myself. Right. So I just took what Lavelle gave us and made it my own. Okay. So you can do that for anything that we have, anything we have. And it still shows the brand, but then it shows you too. Okay. So I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to open back up and I'm going to actually show you a little bit about how to create it now that you know where I got it from. And then I'm going to toss it over to Amber. And you guys, if y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm not looking at the chat right this moment, but I will in a moment. Okay, so now I'm inside here. I'm going to go back to the top. So over here on the left-hand side is where our templates were. So if I wanted to change something out, I could go to a template and you could add a template into this story. Or if you're like, hey, I want to make a before and after photos. I want to talk about, you know, 3 of my before and after people or people I see on the fan page or whatever. You can go in here and you can search at the top before and after, and then I could just add it straight into my story here. Okay, so these are all those templates, the same templates that we had on the front page, but they're here also. Elements, honestly, I'm not going to dive too much into this. Play around with it. They're amazing. You can search anything. Most of the time I go in here and I just search what I want. So if I'm like, oh, I want like a, you know, like something that says, I'm trying to think what I would use it for. Recently used. Let's just look. Okay, so like I was making a an invitation to a brewery event that I'm having in 2 weeks. So I was like, oh, let me go find some sort of brewery image. So I just searched brewery. I saw this on the website, so I just searched arrow, and I found this is what I found. I was doing an Easter special, so you can go and search. But basically, any of these, there's so many different things down here. Play around with them. One of the cool things is these frames and grids. When you see this image and you see like the little clouds and the sky, that is basically what they call a frame or grid. And you throw that into your story, and then you could actually have an image there. So for example, if I were to put this over here, now I will put a photo there, and that photo will be in that shape. Okay, so it would be a circle, or it would be whatever the shape is. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. But play around with some of those. The uploads side is everything that you've personally uploaded, pictures. You know, you can see all the different things that I uploaded here from, you know, different people. Even when we have like, you know, we have a new like rookie board or something like that comes out, I will put it here and make a specialty graphic with it. Text. I use this is one of the most frequent things I use. You just can literally drag and drop over here, and then you type in there, or you can use one of these pre-made ones. Okay, if you make this, you can change the color and the size and everything, but it's sort of, you know, I use this glow a lot because I like the way that it looks. But text is there, background, and then a lot of these are just like, you know, ways to connect with your Google Drive and Instagram. The one thing I do want to show you guys is there was a question about how to remove the background of a photo. So let's say you have a photo coming in. I want to show you guys how to do that, because that's one of the was like, I think 4 people asked that question. So I want to be able to show you how to do that. So let me drop down and show you like how I would do that. Okay, let's see here. Let me open up. Let me see here. Let me open up like the Thriving for Free one. Okay. So a Thriving for Free graphic. Let's say that I am going in here and I am making a graphic. So I'll make these for my team a lot. I'll do it a lot as like a giveaway or like an incentive for being on, because it does take time, you guys. Even though I know what I'm doing, it still does take time. And, you know, a lot of people do not have time, right? So what I will do here is I have created this graphic for myself. Okay. But then, hey, I created it for Melissa too. I just changed out the photos. Okay. So all you have to do to have a double one is you say duplicate page, and you press it and it literally duplicates. So then I will come in and I will say, okay, I'm going to delete that photo, and I'm going to go back over here to my upload photos, and I am going to add in, let's see here. I'm going to add in Kim. Okay. I don't know if Kim is on right. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't know if Kim is on right now, but Kim, we're just going to play around with your photo. Okay. So then what I will do now, that normally I would probably cut it down, but just for, well, you can cut it down right here. Okay. So then I'm going to go over here. I've got to move y'all. Y'all are all in my way on this thing. Okay. So then I'm going to go over here, and I'm highlighted Kim's photo. You see how I have it highlighted here? If I click off of it, it's no longer highlighted, but now it's highlighted. So I know it's telling Canva I'm working in Kim's photo. Then I'm going to go to edit image. Okay. Edit image. And right here, it says BG remover. That's background remover. All right. It's going to blow your mind how easy this is. I literally click the button. Canva is like doing its thing. It's probably going to actually include her boys there. Yep, it did. That's okay. But you see what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to drag this and I'm going to move it to the size that I want. Okay. And look, Kim's, oh gosh, this is moving. Sorry, y'all. It's going so much slower because there we go. Okay. So I'm going to drag it over here and then I'll be like, oh, I'm going to take Kim's sweet little boys out. So I'm just going to like, you know, shrink it in a little and be like, oh, there's Kim. And now I've just, you know, simply created that for Kim. And then let's say I need to put Kim over here. I'm going to copy. I'm going to take Melissa out and I'm just going to pop in Kim and I just move her over. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Yes. So Wendy, where you typically post these are on social media. So there is, you know, so many different things. I personally use these mainly for my stories. I use them for emails. I send out monthly emails to my customers. I will create different graphics and use them. So for example, if you're looking for a sample graphic, you can create a sample graphic this way. If you're looking for Thriving for Free, or you're looking for a promoter opportunity, you know, group of graphics, you can create them here. And then, you know, you can use them wherever. You can use them on your Instagram, on your emails, presentations. The sky's the limit. But I personally use them mainly for Instagram, for my emails. And yeah, you can really use them for anything that you need graphics for. So, Amber, I'm going to toss it over to you because I'm sure there are yeah, you said the same thing. That's hilarious. I'm going to toss it over to you and see what you have. If there's some more things that you want to add. Do you want me to stop sharing my screen? Can you share your phone?
Nah, I don't think I can share it like on the Zoom. I just have to hold it up.
Okay.
Not that I know of, because I've never logged into that online thing.
Okay.
But if as questions come up, like let's just take them one at a time. We can dig into it. But I did say in the comments, I always start with a template. Like I find something that looks catchy to me, even if it's not the perfect color, or if I know I'm going to remove something and change something, it just gives you a good foundation. And sometimes I don't know what I want to make a graphic of, but I will look onto Canva and get inspiration and be like, ooh, that's a good idea. And I'll totally borrow the idea and just plug in my own, you know, information and pictures and text or whatever. I mean, and like Kelly said, you can use this in so many ways, for posts, for stories, to use it in a text to somebody, to send them a graphic. Templates are great for you personally, like for shout outs, for promos, like where you can go in and you can create your master from a template you borrowed, and then you've got something to constantly work with, and you're just changing a couple little pieces of things as we get new promos, or as you want to work with that one graphic. Trying to think of what you didn't cover, because you covered so much, Kelly. You did a great job. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. Let me go into one of my examples and see if there's something I can speak.
And you guys ask questions, come off mute or drop in the chat some things that you want to do. I'm going to share my screen again and just give you guys, I'm going to just walk you through some of the things, give you guys some ideas. If you are not creative like me, I'm not creative. Amber is super creative. Okay. I am not. So I see things that I like and I'm like, hey, like go and create it on my own. Right. So look around. There are so many amazing leaders within this company that create so many amazing things. So take theirs, don't steal their exact thing, but take it and go create it yourself with your own colors. You get to choose your colors. And I would personally have a brand color. I would have 2 or 3 colors that you use. Colors, I didn't know this either. I will just give you guys this tip. I didn't know that every color has a letter and a number assigned with it. Okay. And so whether you use Canva, whether you use Pic Collage, whatever you use, the color is the same. Okay. So for example, I have mine over here. I know the blue that I use is 5271 FF. Okay, so I can type that in anything and I know that my brand is on point. And why is that important? Because I will tell you, like I see Angela on here. Angela has been teaching us TikTok. She's amazing. And I know that I go over there, that those colors, I'm taking my colors with me. Therefore, somebody sort of says like, oh, Kelly, she's pink and blue, and they recognize it. I can take my reels and I can put them over there. The branding is the same. They associate those colors sort of with you. So if you don't have them yet, that's cool. I didn't either. But go find some colors you like that look good together and just create all your images around that, sort of putting them in there. So I'm going to show you guys a few of the things that I created. You guys can take photos of them, recreate them. I really, or if you want, any other ideas or us to show you anything, we can do that too. All right, let me get back to screen share. Okay, so here's one that I use a lot, and it's just customizing orders. So I will just pop this up in the middle of a story during the day, and be part of the movement. And it's basically like saying to a customer, hey, I'm here today. This is what I'm doing. I'm customizing orders, for you. And it makes people feel like they're getting, something specifically like special for them and for their needs. Another one that I created recently, and I shared this, like you can share this with other people. Amber and Blair and I, we were all creating some why, like this one, for example, why network marketing. I have a lot of people that I am connected with that have never been in network marketing like myself. And so they're like, why do I think it's important? So, you can just create different things. Oh, one of the other things I will tell you that Amber taught me. Okay. So I have this image here. And you see people like give them like this cloudy, foggy sort of look. And I'm like, that looks so cool. How do you do that? You want to write on top of it. You click on the image. And right now the image is the background. So you can see that's why the whole page is clicked. And right here in the top, at least on your computer, it's in a different spot on your phone, but it's transparency. Okay, you click on the transparency and you see I have it set at a 62, but watch, I can take it all the way down. You see how it pretty much goes away. It's a background. I could write right on top of that, right? Or I can take it all the way back up to its full color, right? So you can play around with that a little bit. And so I want it to be there branded, but then I really want them to see the words. So I take that same photo, and all I did when I was creating this is I hit duplicate. Okay, so I didn't have to redo the whole thing. And then I just wrote on top of it. I actually wrote on top of this in Instagram stories and then just threw it in here. And then I put this one up. And this was just a different image. And I did the same thing with it. And then when you put it in the Instagram stories, I will put a poll here that gives somebody an opportunity to click in and say, hey, I want information, or, let's talk, or something like that. Amber, anything else that you feel like I could show anybody?
I was going to say one of the very basic things that I think would be simple for everybody to create and use all the time is a welcome to the experience kind of graphic. And it can be anything you want it to look like. Like I chose this template based on their, options. And then I changed a few things. I don't know if you can see this. I used the bubble.
Yep.
We're talking about. And if they're if they've like committed to a sample, I'll have a sample pack picture there. If they've committed to the full experience or whatever, I'll put the E60 in there. And all it says is welcome to the experience, and it's their name. So when I have a new thriver, whether they're starting out on a sample or you've ordered and get ready to hop into a full month, all I do in Canva is go change the name. And then I post it, because that welcomes them, that gives them the sense of community. It gets your watchers leaning in a little closer going, oh, there's another one. There's another person starting this Thrive experience. So for me, this is a great little quick graphic that you can use in, on your page, like in a post or in your stories. And the only thing you have to do is click right there and change the name whenever, you get a new person. So if you don't have that one, that may be a great place for you to start and just play around with it. You save the template, and then easy peasy, all you do is change your name.
Yep. I love that. And you can see, you guys, right here is one that I have for that. Some other ideas that you can do is like, you can see I have like February customer special, March special. Like I will do I personally give a customer special. I don't wait on Lavelle to do it. I personally do it. For me, I find it easier to do the same one all month long. Because I'll do it for my auto ship customers. I'll do it for new customers, that sort of thing. So, you can create that in here. You can create YouTube. These are YouTube arts. One of the other ones I wanted to share with you, because I feel like this would be, after what Amber just shared, this is another one that every person should have. And that's a sample. I mean, Lavelle gives us a sample link, right? Like they pay for shipping to send samples out. It's a huge advantage that we have. We have a free website for people to go on and have samples. I cannot tell you how many times this happens. So how do you create these graphics? You'll see I have a ton in here. I keep them all here. Is I search, if you want to do the phone, just when you're going into templates up here, just put cell phone. Okay. And you'll have a ton of templates that pop up. I didn't make these templates. They're all here. I just use the same one over and over. Now, here's the cool thing. What I did here is I just screenshot it because I wanted to see what it looked like on the actual phone. So I took my phone, I screenshot it, and then I trimmed the picture. I uploaded the picture into Canva, which I do know how to do that on my app on Canva. And I uploaded it and I just put it in here. The other really, really cool thing. Okay. Now this, do not let me lose you. This is for maybe the medium to more advanced Canva users, but this blows people's mind when they see it. Okay. Take a screen recording of you walking through how to get a sample. Okay. So like pretend you're going to go click on it, do a screen record, get the video. It can be like 7 seconds, upload that here. You guys, people will click on your story and then they click on it and they actually see the video rolling inside the phone. Okay. I hope that didn't scare y'all, but it does. I do have one in the video side and it's really, really cool how it does. So you see, these are all the exact same. All I did was change the image, change the background. So it looks a little bit different. And then, it's pretty much, I rock and roll with it. And what I'll do when I post it here is I will put my link. So they don't even have to contact me. They press the link, they go fill it out. I get the request in my email. I have a conversation with them. I don't just automatically send a sample. Trust me. I have a conversation. That's a different training. And most of the time, I would say 50% of the time, they actually commit to a 30-day sample than actually getting, a 3-day sample, which is what they clicked for. Cause they'll say like, hey, I want weight loss. I'm like, okay, well, if you want weight loss, 3 days is not going to make it happen. Right. So, so that is, and again, like using this, you just use that background remover and you just remove all that background of like Melissa's post here. But this is a really, really, really good one. I would encourage you to always have.
Can you show them how to bring down the transparency so you have text over like a picture? Those always look really good. And people ask me all the time, like, how do you get the picture, not so bright so you can put words over it that it pops?
Yep.
It's super easy. You just got to know which button to hit for that.
Yep. Okay. So let's just create something brand new, you guys. We'll start brand new. All right. So we're going to find ourselves a template. Okay. I'm going to do an Instagram story. No, I didn't do a template. Sorry. I'll pick one from here. So you can pick templates from the homepage or once you get inside creating. You can see all the things. Every time you open up a new one, by the way, it pops up, which drives me a little crazy, but okay. So here I am. I'm at a blank screen. Okay. Well, I actually don't want to use a template. I'm just going to make myself brand new. All right. I'm going to do what Amber asked and do the photo. Okay. So I'm going to go in here and let's just say that I want to create a photo. I'm going to take this photo and I'm going to set it as my background. You see, set images background. Okay. There we are. It's a beautiful photo. And I am now going to take that image. First off, I have to have it highlighted because see, when I click off of it, do you see that this transparency isn't there? But I click on the image and you're clicked on whatever you're working on has the little blue lines around it. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click on the transparency. And right now it's at 100. I want to take it down. I want you to watch the image. As it goes down, you see that image getting cloudy. What do you think? Is that a good 32? Okay. So you can see everybody there, right? But really the highlights are going to be over the words. So let's just say I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go to text because I now want to create some words. What do we want to say? Anybody want something? I can create this for people to use. What is it? What does anybody want? Something about community?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's just say that I take this and I bring it over here. Okay. I'm just going to show you one that's already created. Okay. So it's going to go in glow. Okay. Well, I don't want to say glow. I'm just going to, again, I'm inside the box because you see it's blue, right? Because one of the things I will tell you that is frustrating is that you create all these images and they all have their own little box. So you have to make sure that you're working within that box. Okay. So I'm going to type out community. Now, obviously it doesn't fit. So I need to change it. So here you can see it says 278. That's the font size. I'm going to just scroll on down, or I may just go in here and change it to 150. We'll see what that looks like. Oh, okay, great. All right. I don't like that color. All right, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say text color. All right, and you see that I have my colors in here. You can create, that's another part you can do. You can create your own colors. But here's the other cool thing. It gives you the photo color. So if you're like, I just want to create whatever, you can go in here and you can actually like take the photo, like these are the colors in the photo and it will match it for you. Okay, so let's just say that I'm like, okay, I like the way that looks. I'm going to slide this up. And I'm going to bring it here. Okay. And then you can just keep going. You know, I'm going to go over here now. I'm going to create a new box. And maybe in this box, I'm going to type out a quote that talks about how important community is. Quote for community. I don't even know what we would say, but we would say something cool. And then I'm going to make that bigger. All right. And then I'm like, I don't really want it to be the same color. So I'm going to go over here and let's just say I'm going to make it, let's make it black or whatever this color is. All right. And here's another cool that's play around with this, you guys, but effects. I love this because you can make it have a background. You can, you know, have like the glitch, you can have space, you can do all different sorts of things over here. You can change all, you know, I mean, there's just so many things. You just have to play around with it. But so here I'm going to go, and then let's just say I don't like this, this actual font choice. So over here, I have all these fonts. Okay, now you can save the fonts that you like. I actually uploaded 2 of these fonts that I really liked in other platforms. They didn't have them here, so you can upload fonts for free. That is part of the paid version. When you see the little crown, that means that that's the paid. Everything else is free. But let's just say I'm like, oh, I want it to be like this. Well, you can't really read that, so that's not a good one. But let's just say I want it to change to this. So you can change to that. You can animate it. You know, it can be like this. Okay, the whole point is it really gets people's attention. You just have to sort of play around with it. But everything up here, you can take it to the position. So let's just say that you want to stack your words, which sometimes you want to be like, you know, something like that. Or you want to have things overlay, you can take it and you can say, hey, I want to move it to the back. And did you see how that just moved to the back versus the front?
And then if you mess up and you're like, oh, I didn't mean to move it there, I didn't want to put that font or whatever, it's as simple as hitting that button right there. And it just takes you back to the last way it looked right before that. So super easy.
Yeah. Now, how do you save these? You go here. Oh, also you can name them. Let me just tell you that. Once you start getting a lot of things, you really would want to like name them some things, so you don't lose them. But over here on the share, I can share this. So let's just say I'm like, Amber and I are like, you know, for example, when I was working on that presentation, I could share this, right? Like they shared it with me. One of the girls, two of the girls like created the whole thing, and they basically like just shared it to us. So you can share here. You can also create a link. Anyone with the link, people who you've given access to, you can download it. You can actually schedule straight to social media if you want. So these are all the different ways that you can download. Okay. There is a posting schedule. I don't use any of that, honestly. I just save it, and I do share a lot of different things. If you want to print, Wendy, this may be beneficial for you, because I know you were looking to have some things printed. You can actually go here to the print, and there is an option to have, you know, things that you create printed. Flyers, books, all different sorts of things. I will tell y'all, I have made several things on here and printed them via Vistaprint. I'm going to actually show you one of them really quick. So one of the things that I did, and this was a template, I did not make this, but it's like a self-care template. I just added my own things. I created this for some events I was doing in January and February, and I printed them off on Vistaprint. Okay. It's like a nice little cardboard, but what I do is I put this in sample packs. I put this in thank you cards. I mean, it's basically a free self-care checklist, like bingo card, right? And so there are small things that you can do if you're looking to really stretch your budget. This cost me about, I think, 8 cents per thing. And I created a ton of them. I've given some to, you know, people, and you can put a little cute little card on the back of them. And people really like that little extra touch. There's just so many different things that you can do. All right. I hope that this has not totally overwhelmed you. Wherever you're at in this Canva process, just get started, you guys. Like I said, Amber, you've never taken any of the classes on here, have you? Yeah. Okay. We're both just self-taught, y'all. So I'm sure there's a ton more that we don't know that you can do. But it's very, very, very cool. And you guys, you know, one of the neat things that I have enjoyed doing is like when I've created something, you know, and somebody else I know is creating the same thing, just share it with them. They can make their own, they can change it up. You can share the access with them, or, you know, make it and share it with other people, and they can do the same for you. That way you're not, you know, we all have different people that we're connected with. So they're not going to be able to see it. So,
yeah, I guarantee you, here's a challenge for everybody. I guarantee, at least I think, there will be a Mother's Day sale that goes on this weekend. They always do. Who knows what it's going to be? We don't know. But go ahead and create your own personal template so that when whatever sale hits and it drops, like all you have to do is type in 15% off or free shipping or whatever the promo is, so that when you post it, it's not just the generic company salesy looking thing, right? It's you, and you're talking about how you are coming to share something for Mother's Day, and it's your sale. So take it away from the, you know, element of it looking corporate, so that when it's ready to go and it hits and we know what it is, your graphic is like 99% ready to go and post, and it's going to look amazing and connected to you.
I love that. I was going to see if I had any one of those to show. All right. Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody want to see anything? How do you do something? No question is silly, I promise you. So if you are brand new and you've never created anything on Canva, your goal would be to walk away from this and to create a Welcome to Thrive graphic for yourself. Use a template and a sample graphic. Sample graphic or business opportunity graphic, whichever one that you will use. Okay. Well, I don't think, let me make sure and look over the questions and make sure that we hit everything. Okay, one other tip that I will give you guys, if y'all are creating graphics here, like Amber, for her, she creates them on her phone. So for her to hop in Canva and download them is no big deal. For me, I actually like save them on my computer. Okay. If somebody knows the easier way to this, please unmute and tell me. Okay. Because I am not savvy. But I will save them on my computer. I message them to myself on Facebook. Okay. And then I will I store them on my phone. So I don't have to go, once I create it on Canva, I don't need to go back to Canva for that image unless I'm changing something. I use the app Unfold. If you guys have been around know me for a little bit, I love Unfold. I store everything there. So I will go through and I'll make like a promoter opportunity story. Okay. I have about 10 and I just rotate them. You guys, they took me about 15, 20 minutes to build, but I never have to do it again. Maybe I update it. Maybe I switch out the photo, something along those lines, and then I store them in Unfold. So Unfold is an app. Again, it's free. There is a paid version. I don't do the paid version. I just use the free version, but all I have is like projects. Okay. So you see this, look, this is where, the one I just showed you here, right? So all I have to do is I have to open it up. There it is. And I have my story. I download it, I post it. So if you're trying to figure out how to organize yourself, this is a really, really great way to organize yourself. Like here's one that Amber created. I love this. Okay. I told y'all she's good. Okay. And all she did was put these, she's really good. So Amber, you have to share some of these things. Were all these templates?
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. No,
Yeah.
that was when I started just from total scratch because there was nothing there that was even close to what I was trying to get to. So that one was a start from zero.
Well, the point is that it's like, once you sort of get to it, your creative mind, like I would have never created from scratch from the beginning, but once you start getting there, you can. Here's an example of what Amber was talking about, the Mother's Day. So you guys know we get like $25 off, sometimes different things that happen. So like I have a story built specifically for $25 off. So all I have to do when that happens is this is like the old graphic. Okay. But all I have to do is just pop in the new graphic and I already have it created. So I'm not going to tell you it's not time consuming creating them. Don't overwhelm yourself and go create a bunch. When I started creating them, I created one a week. That was my goal. One a week. Okay. It took me about 30 minutes to create one page the first time. Okay. Now I can do it in 8 to 10 minutes. So I will block off an hour a week and I'll go and create a ton. So create one a week. And imagine in 2 months, you're going to have 8 that you've created. And you just keep repeating them over and over and over again. Okay. All right. Well, I hope that this was helpful. And if y'all have any other questions about it, don't hesitate to ask, or as you're going through and you're learning. Yeah, go ahead, Lori.
All right. Where do I find how to change your font? Like when you're making a graphic, where do you find that?
Okay. Do you want me to screen share or do you want me to just walk you through it?
It don't matter. I got right here where, hold on.
Are you on your phone or
computer?
I'm on a laptop.
Okay. Are you inside what you're trying to create?
I am.
Okay. So you have it highlighted, the wording that you're using?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're going to do is, hold on, it's coming up. Okay. So once you click on it, on the sort of top left, you'll see where it says the name of, let me just actually show you because I think it's easier to show you. Can you see my screen?
It's coming up.
Okay. All right. So I have community highlighted, and then you see here it says big shoulders right here.
Yes.
So you're going to drop down.
I see it now.
Okay. And then all of these are on your left. And the same thing as colors, fonts are pretty universal. So if there's a font that you love and pick collage that you've been using, just type it in up here. They probably have it. And
Okay.
again, if you see the little crown beside it, it does mean that it's Canva Pro. But y'all, I mean, you really don't have, you don't have to pay for it because it's so simple. Did you see it, Lori?
I do. I have it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I would just play, you know, like Lori's in there right now creating something, play with each of those features up there. And don't forget the undo button. Like just click the undo button. You can click it 5 times. I mean, I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go backwards. All right. I hope that this was helpful, you guys. And if you are working through and you have any questions, don't hesitate to just reach out to Amber and I and ask. We're here to help you. All right. I'll have the recording up probably within an hour or 2. All right.
Bye, you guys.
Welcome. Bye, guys.